This is a little video about flute psychology. Psychology in the sense of how you are going to feel and react to your first experience of trying to play this flute. Everybody is a beginner at some point. They've never done this before. They haven't learned to put their fingers over these holes, to lift the fingers, etc., to blow at the proper pressure. And when you're doing this, when you're learning something for the first time, you're not going to be perfect. Our society emphasizes winning and losing and keeping score and getting better and better. And we also, all of us, have buried in our memories traumatic experiences from our childhood when we were learning something new and somebody was criticizing us and made us feel bad, made us feel like, oh my gosh, oh, this kind of hurts emotionally. And we repress those experiences, but they're still there. And when we do something new, like learn how to play this flute, we're not going to be perfect. We're going to make mistakes. Strange word, regular, it just is not really, let's say, a mistake because it's part of a learning process. And when we do not do it perfectly, our interpretation is that it's a mistake. I'm doing something wrong. Somebody's going to criticize me. Oh my gosh, and you can feel it happen. And I see it happen all the time when people come here to get a flute and they're learning and I'm right there with them. They'll do the because the fingers aren't covering the holes completely and comfortably yet, and they're making sounds that are like, ooh, that sounds weird, right? And when that sound, that weird sound comes out, they immediately begin to have feelings of failure, anxiety, pressure, and that's a consequence of that old trauma surfacing. And of course, under those circumstances, I'm the authority figure now. They are being judged by me, and that makes it even worse. So when you're doing this by yourself in the comfort of your own home, nobody's else around, the door's closed, and you begin to learn how to do this, mentally make a note to yourself. Give yourself a break. Tell yourself that I know that I'm not going to do this perfectly, but I also don't want to start freaking out to the point where I'm being hard on myself or experiencing emotions that make me feel uncomfortable. And of course, you can't do that completely, but if you're aware of it, you can catch it before it starts to run into the, I don't know if I did the right thing, maybe I shouldn't try and play this flute, maybe it's not for me, etc., that snowball that starts rolling downhill where you're feeling more anxious all the time, and you will feel more anxious all the time because it's going to take time. You're going to make mistakes. Again, that word, you're not going to play perfectly from the get-go. As a matter of fact, in my own experience, you're going to continue to go through some variation of this for a long time because you'll get one thing down. You'll learn how to play the scale. You'll learn how to riff. And then you'll get a little bored with that. You may be weeks or months or years into it, and you'll want to try something new, like use a grace note, for example. Hear that? That's a grace note. Didn't sound like it belonged there. It wasn't part of the scale, and it'll, if you're like me, make you go, oh, something went wrong, doesn't feel right, and you'll find yourself back in a modified form of that same space that you were in when you were first learning, because now you're taking your learning to another level, and you're going to be making, in quotation marks, mistakes again. You can use this as an opportunity to deprogram that stuff. This is childhood trauma. You're an adult now. Nobody's judging you anymore. There's no big old bad authority figure there who unknowingly, they didn't set out to, to make you feel uncomfortable, but it was just the way they were brought up and the things that they experienced, and now they're unconsciously passing that on to you. So if you tell yourself consciously, I can do this, it's a learning process, I'm going to have feelings that feel uncomfortable, but I know that they'll go away with time, and pretty soon I'm back in the space where I'm really enjoying playing my flute, and I'm looking forward to the challenges to come, because there's challenges in this instrument that are going to last for years. And that's the most exciting part about it, is that the learning experience goes on, and we get more and more proficient, and the music that comes through us and through the flute becomes more and more enlivening and more beautiful, and life is good.